Well, howdy there, folks. Welcome to northern Michigan's backyard, where the snow sparkles like diamonds under the moonlight and the woods are wrapped in a calm only a Michigan winter can deliver. We're coming to you tonight from the Winter-Chard Lake Forest Chalet, a stone's throw from the shimmering waters of Higgins Lake. It's New Year's Eve, and while some might be setting off fireworks, out here we're celebrating in the quiet company of the forest and its timeless wisdom. Now, before we get too philosophical, let me introduce tonight's stars, our woodland regulars. That's Daisy over there, just off camera. She's our resident white-tailed deer with a grace that'd make a ballerina jealous. And earlier today, Izzy Sprout, a mischievous black squirrel, was up to her usual antics. That little rascal has a way of showing up just when you least expect it. She's like the woodland paparazzi, there's always stealing the show. And who knows? Maybe Sprout's friend will make a surprise appearance before the night's through. This forest has a way of keeping you on your toes. Out here, the end of the year feels a little different. It's not about big parties or countdowns. It's about soaking in the moment, reflecting on the past, and maybe, just maybe, looking ahead with a bit of hope. You see, the woods remind us that time moves in cycles, not straight lines. The seasons change, the snow falls, and come spring, these trees will bud again. It's a good reminder that no matter how tough a year might feel, there's always room for growth ahead. Speaking of the past, Higgins Lake has its own stories to tell. Named after Sylvester Higgins, a man who helped map Michigan's rugged beauty, this lake has been a cornerstone of the region for generations. It's seen fishermen and swimmers, boaters and hikers, and tonight it's standing watch over another northern Michigan New Year's Eve. There's history in these woods, folks. Deep roots that remind us we're part of something bigger. But don't let me get too serious on you. After all, Daisy's out there enjoying her midnight snack. And I'm pretty sure Izzy is plotting her next great escapade. Maybe she's planning to knock over the bird feeder, just as her buddy arrives. If there's one thing the critters in this forest know, it's how to keep things interesting, and how to remind us not to take life too seriously. As the night deepens, I can't help but think of a little saying that's been passed down in my family. Life's a lot like a Michigan winter. You can't always predict what's coming, but if you've got a warm fire and good company, you'll make it through just fine. These woods have a way of putting things into perspective, don't they? And speaking of good company, if you're looking for a little slice of this peace and beauty, head on over to winterchard.com to book yourself a stay at the Lake Forest Chalet. Whether it's a quiet winter retreat or a summer getaway by the lake, this place is the perfect spot to reconnect with nature and yourself. And don't forget to visit higginslake.org for all the local happenings, hot spots, and activities that make this area so special. Now, as we get ready to cross into a new year, let's take a moment to appreciate what these woods can teach us. Like Daisy, sometimes you've just got to keep moving forward, one step at a time. Like Izzy Sprout, you've got to find the fun in the little things, even when the snow's piled high. And like these towering pines, you've got to stand tall through the seasons, knowing that every winter is just a prelude to spring. And look at that. Just as the clock strikes midnight, Sprout's friend has finally made their entrance. A little late to the party, but hey, better late than never, right? That's a good reminder for us all. Whether you're starting fresh or continuing a journey, it's never too late to join in. Thanks for spending New Year's Eve with us here in Northern Michigan's backyard. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to keep the stories alive and help us care for these critters. Here's to another year of adventures, laughter, and the quiet beauty of the woods. Until next time, stay wild, my friends.